Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Erin. I go by Erin, the Urban Mermaid, and I am a mother, a writer, an intuitive empath, a fifth dimensional soul guide, an esoteric healer, and a spiritual business coach. And I am here on a mission to serve my fellow light workers and empaths on their spiritual and personal development journeys so that they may heal and shine their beautiful lights back into the world as leaders of the new earth. I also do psychic tarot readings like the one you're going to see today. And I do birth chart readings, as those are my two channels. And I offer a monthly program called the #Grounded and Glam monthly membership. And that is created for those on their spiritual journeys looking for help to heal. So you could also check me out on Apple iTunes and on Spotify. My podcast is the #Grounded and Glam Modern Mystics and Motherhood podcast. So welcome and thank you so much for coming back today. So today we are doing the Grounded and Glam Aquarius Sun Goddess reading. Okay. So can you believe we are already in Aquarius season? If you guys aren't privy to this, we're actually in the age of Aquarius. Well, we're at least in the very beginning, really seeing the birthing stages of it. And why is this so significant? So Aquarius is really here to bring a huge change to the former infrastructures that were in place that really just were not serving us all to our highest good. So if you've noticed, there's been a lot of change in the last few months, and it's going to continue to go down like that. So let me tell you a little bit more about Aquarius itself. Actually, I just wrote a blog about Aquarius that's really awesome. I'd love for you guys to check out. It's on fireandlux.com. So Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac, and it is ruled by Uranus. And together, Uranus and Aquarius rule the 11th house, which is your house of friendship. So Aquarius is a lot about friendships and a lot about networking and a lot about community. So it's a fixed air sign, which means they are the builders. So you have cardinal signs who initiate the ideas, and then you have fixed signs who build off of them. And Aquarius is a builder, and it's an air sign. So it's going to have a lot to do with communication and new paradigms. Just a side note, this month we have Mercury Retrograde, which is going to be in all air signs this whole year. Last year in 2020, it was in water signs. So we are shifting away from our emotional shadows to our communicative and consciousness ones. I mean, the trade-off is amazing, is it not? But again, actually, so I wrote a blog about that today. And that's also up on fireandlux.com. I'd love for you guys to check it out. And just a side note, I am bringing back my Mercury retrograde readings. Those are $44 via Venmo to the collective. I'm only taking a handful of people because this really filled up super fast last time, and it's really great. And what that does is look at the mercurial placements in your chart so that you can better navigate through this Mercury retrograde. So I think I mentioned that's $44. And actually, if you're a member of my Grounded and Glam group, you get that as a part of your monthly membership fee. So, side note, also what happens this month, in the month of February, we have 7 signs in Aquarius. So for all of you naysayers who don't think we're birthing the age of Aquarius, I mean, it's in the planets. It's just in the cosmos at this point. So when I think of Aquarius, I'm like rebel. So if you think Sag is the free spirit, Aquarius is going to take it up a notch. So Aquarius, like Sag and like Capricorn, are really fixated on the bigger picture of things. So their rebellion and their uniqueness and their freshness and their means to be innovative are all for a reason that's going to focus on a bigger picture. Community being it. So they are the people who need freedom. You'll usually find them with like a lot of friend groups, maybe not a ton of close friends. What I like about them is they're a little weird. So the way I always say Libra is eccentric, like creatively eccentric, which I love. Um, you know, Aquarius just wants to get weird, and what's wrong with that, right? The weirder, the better. They're very unique and they're very fresh. Whenever you find out someone is a Aquarius, I think it like connects some dots. You're like, oh, okay. So they're also the great humanitarian, which is why I say this age is here to shift the paradigms of the infrastructure of the communities that just really was not working for us before at all. So this is a really good time to start really implementing those big ideas that you have and thinking outside of the box and executing them and to bring them to fruition. Aquarius is very much the individual, very independent. And I really feel that this season is really calling us to be our own leader and to just be these high vibrational sovereign beings, sovereign and leader. Be your own sovereign leader, if that makes sense. You be your own free leader, right? So we're really Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is going to shift the vibes. It's going to break paradigms. It's going to break molds. And it's really going to raise the collective consciousness and bring light to things that were previously maybe misconstrued. So I'm really excited for this season. And just an FYI, so Mercury retrograde technically starts on January 30th and it technically ends on, I want to say it's February 21st. But if you are already feeling the effects and you still feel some residuals after, that is something called a shadow period. And that happens in astrology, just the way it goes. So I already did a little bit of meditating for this sun goddess reading. Very excited. Oh, I want to shout out my deck. So this could not be more perfect for the Aquarius reading. So this is Soul Cards in collaboration with a cannabis brand called Allume, and these are cannabis cards, and they are for the creative who needs to chill. So thinking fresh, thinking outside of the box, so here for it. So those are the cards I'm going to be reading with today. And then I also, you guys know I like to read with a couple decks. So I'm going to bring out the ethereal visions for any clarification in case I'm not getting the messages that I want. And I will pull a oracle card at the end. So I did some meditating before I started this video, but I'm just going to shuffle the deck back up a little bit more. So call in our spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, ancestors. We call you in now. And I ask you to use me as a vessel to clearly and concisely channel your messages for the Grounded and Glam Sun Goddess Aquarius reading. Okay, giving us one more shuffle here. I just had a jumper, but it was like a handful of jumpers, so I'm going to leave that. So I'm going to crown this reading, and here we go. Okay, we've got the 9 of Wands. All right. So where are we going with this 9 of Wands? Where are we going with the 9 of Wands? All right. Sorry, my computer is actually shadowing the deck a little bit. I can't see. 2 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. All right, we already got 2 wands going on here. And 8 of Cups. Ooh, I'm getting all the feels for this reading already. Okay, so let's start. First things first. Sorry about that, guys. I've never had to pause the reading before, but something was going on right over there. Anyway, so 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands is really about this like renewed hope, right? Which Aquarius season is really here to shift some things around and you know, like I keep saying, it's a new paradigm, it's new infrastructure. So 9 of Wands is going to kind of give us the hope for all that. Now, coming up here, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Pentacles is about choices. It's about juggling our choices and making a decision. Let's get some cards on that 2 of Pentacles. What decisions are we looking at here? Ten of Wands. So Wands are coming in real big tonight, which is actually fire sign energy. King of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So Ten of Wands is someone who's carrying this huge burden, right? If you ever look at the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's someone who it's like this man who's carrying like this big bundle of 10 wands, yeah, 10 wands. And he's kind of like going uphill, right? But I always say, because the 10 of wands reminds me of my son, right? And he's 4. And it's, to me, I get Aries energy from it. It's this childlike spirit, but it's someone who's very determined, because we're only given these heavy loads because we're strong enough to carry them. Which brings me over here to again, I apologize that my computer is shadowing these cards. I can't see them very well. The King of Pentacles, which is, anytime we see a king and a queen, we know it's someone who's been on a long journey to get to that higher place where they are. And this is them. This is a mastery of some sorts, a mastering. I think I feel of like our financial place. I think that for a long time, a lot of us were carrying this heavy burden financially, and we didn't, not that we didn't know what to do with it, but it was a lot for us to carry and it was a lot for us to bear. But we obviously had to go through that to come to this mature state. Now, the Seven of Pentacles still has us building though. So I feel like we still have a ways to go with our financial maturity, but I'm going to get a couple more cards on this Seven of Pentacles. What are we supposed to be building and what are we supposed to be mastering during this Aquarius season? Two of Wands. So I'm getting all Wands and Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. All right. Two of Wands. Again, I feel we're being presented with choices, and I'm getting a big evolve or repeat. Evolve or repeat. So until we really shift the way we're thinking and maybe come out of our old ways and stop seeing things the way they used to be and start seeing things through the lens of Aquarius, which is uniqueness and freshness and newness, we're not going to learn the lessons that we need to learn to get to that king status. And Wheel of Fortune is like, listen, you have to learn the lessons so that you can get to the next level, right? Tides can be turning for you. The wheel can be shifting for you in your favor, but you are in control of your destiny and your future. You can even manifest being more financially stable by making better decisions. We need to be making better decisions for our highest good. So making decisions for our highest good is what's coming in here. So for every choice that we are presented, evolve or repeat. So I don't like to say that's a good decision and that's a bad decision, because in 3D world that polarizes shit, and I don't really like that, because I don't like to live in 3D world. I like to live in 5D world. So what I'm getting is, in order for us to move forward and the tides to turn and the wheel to go in our favor karmically, we need to be making decisions for our highest good to get to that king status that we want to be. And that might mean shifting our ways and shifting our thought processes. Okay, well, shit. Okay, so that brings me, I'm going to go over the next leg now. I'm going to still work with these so far. I mean, I'm loving this deck. I'm getting so many downloads from it. It also makes me kind of want some gummies. Okay, so Queen of Wands. So again, this is that fire sign energy. I like to think of Sag when I think of Queen of Wands, maybe because I'm a Sag and I would like to be the Queen of Wands, but so this is our fire sign energy. And this is, again, she's someone who's gotten to the place that she is in her life because she's gone through a lot of things, but she's a really inspirational, passionate woman. She's well traveled. She inspires others by the person that she is. So why don't we get some cards on this Queen of Wands and see, all right, I got a jumper. See what's going on here. Tight. Okay. 10 of Swords, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Okay. 10 of Swords. In order to get to queen status, in order to master certain things in your life, on everyone's spiritual development journeys, on everyone's ascension path, no matter who you are, you're going to encounter a dark night of the soul. And again, it's not a bad thing, because I don't like polarization. It's a necessary thing, because until you have your dark night, you're only going to think of the world in one way. You're never going to see outside of the box. You're never going to see things in a different light. When you go through your dark night of the soul, you get ripped apart. You go to rock bottom mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. It could even be physically. I did a really great podcast on this. If you guys, my podcast is on iTunes and it's on Spotify. It's called The Dark Night of the Soul. I want to say it's episode 4. So I talk about a lot, like how it mimics the symptoms of depression, and because it's this lonely ass fucking state. You're so lonely and you're so miserable because you're unlearning all of the stuff you've been conditioned to your entire life. But you can't get to that next level of ascension unless you go through that. It can take years for some people. My dark night of the soul was a year. That's not even that bad. I have a friend who's like 20 years. But the person you come out on the other side, it's there's no one like that person. You're such a different person. And I mean that in the most loving way. All right. So then we have the 3 of Wands. Now the 3 of Wands is really about like our aspirations. And what I'm seeing is, while we were in our dark night of the soul, we were really aspiring. We had so many plans, and now Aquarius season, tapping into Aquarius energy is the time to create huge goals and aspirations, because Aquarius likes the bigger picture, but you're going to find a way to get to them and create them, because this Aquarius energy is going to have you thinking in ways you ain't never thought before. Okay. And that's going to bring us to the 4 of Wands, where you kind of get to celebrate that. Like, you get to celebrate that you made it through your dark night of the soul on the other side. Everyone should get a party after that, I swear. But you're gonna, even if it's not a celebration, it's an internal one, because you are this different person. But I want to get some more cards on this 3 of Wands and about these goals and aspirations we should be looking into for Aquarius season. Again, I'm not switching decks yet because I'm really loving this one. Can I get some cards? Can I get a card on the 3 of Wands? Can I get some clarification, please? Of course. Oh, I also want to hold these up for you anyway, so you see how beautiful they are, the Hierophant. You want to know what your dark night of the soul is? It's your greatest spiritual teacher. So all these dreams and aspirations you created during your dark night of the soul that you can bring to fruition now during this Aquarius season, this was all meant to be your spiritual teacher. And it's going to ascend you to the next level. Well, I actually feel good about that spread, like really good. So I'm going to move on to my next leg. Hang on one second. All right. So the 8 of Cups. So when you look at the 8 of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck, it looks kind of like lonely and miserable. But the message I always get from it is, your past is worth leaving the future for. whatever you're ready to let go of, whatever you're ready to say goodbye to, or even if you're not ready, if you're at least feeling like you know you need a change, do you know what you have to do? You have to let go of something. You have to let go for the things that are greater and more aligned to come into your life. And if you trust the universe, and if wholeheartedly, if you say every day, universe, I trust my divine plan from you, your future undoubtedly will be better than your past, and it will be worth leaving it for. So let's get some cards on this Eight of Cups about our future, about our past. Let's see what comes up here. Just moving it over so I can see a little bit better. Ten of Pentacles. Oh, I love that card. King of Cups. The Emperor. Okay. All right. So I'm starting to pull all the messages together now. So when you leave whatever is not aligning you in the past for your bright future, you will be rewarded. I mean, you will have the life that you always dreamt of. You will feel security, which is what we all really want at the end of the day, right? We want to feel secure. And some might argue that security is a 3D feeling, because at any moment, security can be taken away from you. Your bank could be like, we're closing, we're taking all your money. It's very true. But security can help you sleep at night. Financial security, family security, job security, having a savings, right? Maybe that's what's in our future. Maybe we have to leave our bullshit behind so we can have that security that we need. And become, what do I have here? King of Cups. So the King of Cups is like emotional security, but he's like the dad that everyone wants, you know? He's the guy who's going to boss up, but still be the family man. And that's the kind of leader we all want for our family and our business and in our lives. And followed by the Emperor, like that's such masculine energy, like, and not super boss. That's like daddy. So the message that I'm really pulling together here, when I look at these cards and when I pull everything together, is we need to do some reevaluation when it comes to making our choices, right? We need to stop making ones that aren't for our highest good, because we know better, right? So that our wheels can turn karmically for the better, because we're all good people with good hearts who deserve that, right? So if you have to say every day, spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, whoever the hell you talk to, if you have to say, please help me make decisions for my highest good every day, do that. Do that, because we cannot live the way we used to be living. And this goes for everything, if you ask me. If 2020 didn't teach us that the old ways were not working, as Tupac says, it's on us to make the change. I mean, what better to do it than the season of Aquarius, who wants to break molds and bring community together and form the new earth and birth the age of Aquarius, right? And then because of that, you know, we all have a past. We had to be rock bottom before we could rise, you know. Our dark night of the soul had to be our spiritual teacher, and it had to show us what we need to show, so we know what to bring to fruition this Aquarius season and what ideas we're going to birth, so that we could be the best versions of ourselves. Because don't we all want that? Aren't we all fucking tired of not being the best versions of ourselves? Yeah, it's hard to show up for yourself every day, but it sucks even more to suck, if you ask me, you know? So once we start making those decisions for our highest good, and we start tapping into our intuition to make those decisions and check in with our third eye, and, you know, take the lessons that we learn from that dark night of the soul, we're going to be so rewarded. Stability is in our future. Flourishing is in our future. It's up to us, though. It's up to us. So I just want to get a couple more cards. All right. So I guess I didn't even end up using the Ethereal Visions deck. I have a funny story, not a funny story, actually. It's not even funny. I don't know why I said funny. So, this deck, this is the Soul Cards deck with collaboration with Illum. They have a bunch of other beautiful decks. She has Black Dahlia, she has the blush one, and I'm sorry, White Dahlia. No, I'm getting the names confused, but there's a white, a blush, and a black. And they are some of the most beautiful works of art and tarot cards that you would ever see. And I've wanted them for myself for a really long time. And so I ordered them on Black Friday because there was a super sale, and some of this stuff comes from Sweden, and I'm in the States, so shipping gets a little pricey, and you really want to make it worth it if you're going to order from overseas, right? So I got it as a birthday present for myself because my birthday was my 35th birthday. My 35th solar return was the week after Black Friday, and then the owner was the creator, Christine, so kind, and she's like, I want to send you something in the new year. And she sent me, I'm not even sure if you could order these yet, but I've gotten so many downloads from this cannabis brand. And the funny thing is, I don't smoke cannabis. Not anymore. I'll take a gummy to go to sleep, but the downloads are incredible. And I feel so connected to this deck. So anyway, I want you guys to give those a look, or at least to check them out. They're just awesome. And I just want to shout out Christine and both Soul Cards and Illum. And thank you guys again for this deck. So let's get some final messages. We're going to pull this reading together, and then I'm going to pull an oracle card. And I want to talk about that for a minute too. All right. Can we have some final messages from the tarot, from this beautiful deck for this Aquarius season, Aquarius Sun Goddess reading? Okay. I love the tarot. All right. The Nine of Swords and the World. If we don't get our fucking Sunday scaries under control by making decisions for our highest good and using our third freaking eye and not whatever else we use to make decisions with, if we don't get that under control, we'll never be at completion and we'll never have the world at our palms. So this is my message to you guys. It's time to make some changes, and it's time to use this energy of Aquarius season to do that. All right. So I do want to grab an oracle card, as I mentioned. So I am going to use the Butterfly Oracle for Life Changes by Doreen Virtue. Please don't get on me for using her stuff. Okay. So if you're in the spiritual community, you know that Doreen denounced New Ageness and went off the deep end. Now, she was also a psychologist before she came into the New Age field. I think she was clairvoyant. I actually got a lot of my research on rainbow children from her. You guys know I've mentioned my son is a rainbow child. So do I agree with her teachings now? No. Do I think it disputes what her other teachings say? Also no. And she did happen to make beautiful decks with beautiful messages. And this one, this butterfly deck, so if you know me, you know I love butterflies. I have a tattoo on my foot that's actually resembles this butterfly that I got when I was 16 years old, my first tattoo. So what final messages of change do we have for everyone here? All right. Heavenly signs. Okay. Whenever you feel like it's hard to make a decision for your highest good, I want you to ask your guides to send you a sign specifically. Hey, if I'm on the right track, send me a penny. If this decision is the one that I should be making, show me a green Jeep. Signs are so powerful, but you have to be open to receiving them. Numbers are signs, animals are signs, feathers, coins, rainbows, smells, anything you want could be a sign. And I actually urge the more specific you are with your guides so that you trust that it's coming along to you. I have another podcast on this as well. It's called Angel angel numbers and signs. And then I wrote an article for Holistic Fashionista magazine called Connecting with Your Guides Using Angel Numbers or something like that. But you could go on their blog and check that out, or you could actually order I think it's issue 64. It's the most beautiful coffee table magazine you'd ever see in your life to learn a little bit more about signs. But I want you guys to start looking for the signs when you feel uneasy, just to know that what you need is coming to you. So I am actually interested to know what signs we should be looking for and what should we be saying. So I am going to take this oracle card into an extended reading that will be available to my members only. So if you would like to join my membership and see what other messages come up surrounding angel numbers and signs, you can join my membership if you go to my website, www.erintheurbanmermaid.com, and you go on the membership tab. There's 3 levels. You could join at any level and it would get you access to this. Each level has something a little bit different. Other than that, I mentioned my Mercury retrograde readings that I am now booking $44 to look at the mercurial placements in your chart so that you can better navigate this communication clusterfuck. I'm also, I'm not sure if this might be too late. Tomorrow is the full moon in Leo, and I am taking people from the collective for a Leo reading. This will see where the Leo is in your chart and what house it is transiting through. Therefore, where is that gonna fuck you up? That's $25 from the collective. My Venmo information, which I take Venmo only. I know my PayPal is listed there, but that's only for donation-based reasons. So you could Venmo me and then make sure you contact me with your information to join either one of those. As usual, I am booking for birth charts and I am booking for tarot readings. So if you liked this video, please leave me a comment, leave me some love, share. This word's got to get out there. I will be having another podcast YouTube episode coming probably the week after next with someone that a lot of people have been asking me to get on here already. Other than that, thank you guys so much for showing up. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Wishing you all love and light. And just in case I didn't mention this because I forgot, my handle on Instagram is @ErinTheUrbanMermaid, but everything you need to contact me will be listed below. All right, guys, take care.